G'day, Rudy here. Welcome to the silver video. My girlfriend. Okay, so you still have to start off with looking at this beautiful cup, and she's holding. We'll go to a. So there's a major level here. This line here. So you go to that's weekly. So daily. So she's sitting comfortably above it. On an hourly chart, so they haven't been out. She's been holding support here, forming a nice little wedge here. Maybe 44.50 tonight. I don't know. Can't predict. But if we compare it, she's doing quite well. If we look at like gold, for example, gold on the hourly chart. It's still not bearish, but you can see it's come down, and that's been driven by the dollar, the US dollar going up. So that's usually a precursor for the boys in the bullion banks to take them down, but they haven't been able to do it to Miss Silver, which is very very encouraging for her. Okay, so it's just all right. So she looks okay. Bit surprised. Okay, so the silver to gold ratio. So as you can see, so silver's, it's mainly because silver's holding up and gold's going down that this ratio is going up. So still in there for silver to outperform gold, looking for moves up here over the medium term. So then we've got so silver in Aussie dollars, looking fine. ETP mag, that's the ETF. Few ratios, so ET mag over VAS, so you've been outperforming VAS if you're in it. ETP mag over VGS, you've been outperforming VGS. Okay. Alright, so now just some silver producers. So this is Dundee, which has bought Adriatic, the silver producer we used to have. So it was a gold producer. It's a bit of a behemoth, but like a lot of stocks, they've had a pullback. This is a daily chart. So really, this could, because now what you're looking at, because we're in a down day, is where if you're not in it, where can you get into it? So like with Dundee, you'd be looking around these levels here, the 28, 29 barrier, because that converts through to, you can now buy it on the ASX. I know that looks pretty ugly, doesn't it? But they do trade in sync. You just got to take the Canadian price and times it by the Canadian Aussie dollar exchange rate, which is about 1.1. Okay, so the unknown fella's become known now. The old Manuka, he's a gold producer now, small one, starts producing silver next year. So look at the daily chart. So we'll see. I'll go through a bit of volume stats today. On big stocks you don't need to bother, but on small ones it's quite telling. So you can see the volumes come in now. So congratulations to people who bought down here and held. The lead price. So lead still sort of trading sideways. Zinc looks very bullish. Okay, so that transfer through to Poly, the old Poly. There's a break on the channel here, so he's at new heights. He's fresh there. You can see he doesn't know what to do up there. I reckon if you get a chance and it pulls back to in the 105 area, it's probably a good time to pick him up. Andean. Okay, so now we go into developer mode. So Andean, This was my preferred one. So they're looking alright. They've had sort of pretty consistent volume. If you get a chance to pick it up at $1.70, that'll be a good price if it comes down there. Broken Hill Mines. So they're starting to look quite good. Actually, I should say to put it on the record. So they were an old mammoth mine back in the days, and they're now going to try and just restart it. It's not like flicking the lights on. It'll probably still take a couple of years, but got some good volume in there. Moab, that's a rocket, isn't it? You got to buy these breaks when they break. Well done for those. So it's one of these lead, silver, zinc plays. So you can see here, even on this day here, there was a big volume came in. So it's obviously wanted. It's holding up pretty well. I don't know if by some chance it comes down. Actually, I might have to go to an hourly chart. Yeah, okay. Well, it's sitting on the hourly. I couldn't. But definitely hold it. That's for sure. It's crackers. Well done. MMA. Okay, so they came out. Well, this is a lesson to anyone who bought this. We all knew they were going to come out and say, "Oh, I've got a starter pit we're going to do." I think the market knew that, but the buying was before when this green candle broke here, because you can see that what happened on the day. There was big selling volume. It's a green candle there because it finished. I don't know how they worked that out. It finished basically where it started. But now, yeah, you're just waiting to. It's safer just to wait for it to find the bottom. So if we go to a 1 hour chart, so it's holding up pretty well now. So usually they fill the gap. So if it's a bad day for silver, and you can pick it up at 31 cents or so, then do it. Whereas if silver starts rocketing, then just buy it, I guess. Okay, silver mines. So I reckon I put this one on as a buy now. It's made it through the downtrend line. We've got a bit of extra volume coming in. So they were waiting on their permitting. I watched or heard something about the boss who runs this, and he says, "Oh, it's a matter of when, not if." Now you could just be talking up his stock, but I think if you like it, then you got to now's the time to buy it. Whereas this fella, he just I've always said this, that he dumbfounds me with the drill results that they've got. Why it's not at $1. So if we go to a daily chart, so they came out yesterday, I think, and said, "Oh, we've got plans for our next drilling program." So I don't think people wanted to hear. So that basically means no news for a while. Big volume the last couple of days. If you're in it, well, up to you what you do. So it's obviously still got the goods, but I don't know why the market doesn't like it. From a chart point of view, it's very constructive because it. Before, when it was just here, it was just too much. There was nothing, no leverage like this type of leverage. So now it's coming down. I was hoping it might stop here, then it's form one of these little sideways channels. So if it starts to get a bit of green tomorrow, although it doesn't, that's pretty well. So now you're looking at 13 cents, which would be an extremely good buy. Or if it can bounce tomorrow. Oh yeah, it still perplexes me. They got a rock out of the ground. Anyway, Mr. Market. LU7. So I don't know. I'm not really just showing it to you. So they can pull silver out of solar panels is their gig. Just letting you know. Okay, then we've got some explorers. So they're in Sweden. So they'll buy on the break of the channel here. So they're at resistance. So again, if you're interested in buying them at 4 cents, would be nice. So it's had pretty okay volume. Ardent. So I reckon Ardent's a buy now. Got some good volumes coming in now. And so you want to see price increases on volume. So they're in. They've got a place near Newmont's mine, New South Wales. This one takes the cake. He wins the prize. A break of the trend line. So they got it in Queensland, silver indium. That one said, what resistance? Well done if you're in that. That's a daily chart. Not huge amounts of volume, but the last couple of days there has been. But geez, if it holds 40 cents, it's a buy. Yeah, what a ripper. Down there would have been better. Okay, Investigator. I think I'll put this one as a buy now too. So they're another like poly BOAB, silver, lead, zinc. So a DFS coming out first quarter next year. Oh yeah, this is a guy. So the guy who's running it has built a mine before. So he's not a geologist. And that's what you need. So he's done it before. So that's comforting to know if you're going to be owning shares in it. So that's. You can see he's got some decent volume going through. So I reckon that's just a buy now. Mithril, silver and gold. So they got half a share in a project in Sierra Madre. So they broke and they're just finding support. So if we look, so a bit of volume came in back here. So the volume's dropping off. So I reckon if you can pick it up at 55 cents, they'll probably have some support come in. Rapid Critical Minerals. Okay, this is just. So these guys have bought Conrad Webb Silver Project in New South Wales. Placement at 3.5 cents a share. Cornerstone by Eric Sprott, tipped in 10 million. That's like you tipping in $100 though, for perspective. Okay, well it's hard to, because it's got all those gaps there to read it, but it's looking promising. Can't put a buy on it yet. Sun Silver. This is the one that's they're doing all the right marketing. They put something out saying they're worth $4.50. They're now dual listed over in America. They actually do have the goods. Like they're the cheapest sort of market cap to resource. So they're ticking in all their boxes. They're just struggling getting through that line up there. But it's pretty good. I reckon if you can pick it up at $1, that would be good buying. Otherwise, one day it's just going to say goodbye to those levels there. and they will become support later on. Unico Silver, so good volumes keep coming through, so it's definitely a hold. It's doing all the right things. If you wanted to buy, you'd probably have to wait for 50 cents if it gets there. Okay, on to my girl ETF, Silj. So she's run pretty hard. So she's at this resistance level here. Remember, she was only 12 years old when I first met her. Now she's 21, so she's legal now. No, so it's pretty. This is a good opportunity if you're not in Silj, as they say. You buy the dips. So I reckon if it comes down here to $20, it'll be a good time to accumulate, to buy. Because you saw that silver price, it's looking pretty steady. If you look at the companies underneath it, so Kua, they're all going to have these red candles this week. Actually, we'll go to the daily charts on them. So again, it'd be perfectly good and natural to pull back. First Majestic, again, it'd be good and natural to pull back. Because if things go just up, then they crash down. You don't want that. Heckler, again, come back a little bit. Endeavour, again, come back a little bit. OR Royalties, come back a little bit. FSM, come back a little bit. So it's not bearish, it's not sell it. And then some ones that aren't in, like this guy here, Pan America Silver, is not in Silj, but it's a big silver. I say you should buy it. If you're going to buy Silj, you should buy this guy because he's in the same league. And then some other ones, if you're over there, I put Bear Creek Mining. That was a couple of weeks ago, so he's doing alright. UP, so that's still hanging above resistance here. A few new ones, USAS, there's silver producer, just hanging above resistance here. SGO, gold producer, looking at developing a silver mine just above resistance. And GRSL, another Mexican silver gold developer, just sitting above resistance. Alright, that's your silver wrap. So I'm still waiting for silver to get a bit of a smackdown by the boys, but if they can't smack it down while the dollar's going up, that's extremely bullish. Alright, let us know your thoughts. See ya.